Hey guys, Lenny Bolt here, and recently I've seen a new video for Night Owl's channel. His newest video was on tips for the newer RLSH. I thought the video was fantastic. He covered three great important details I like to mention. Um, but yeah, so anyway, the first one he mentioned talked about what part of RLSH are you trying to be, and that is true. It is up to you if you want to either be a crime fighter or be a costumed activist or like a community outreach person. Then it's entirely up to you. It's not up to me. It's not up to anyone else. But it's only up to you. Um, for me, I basically just go by outreach more. But if I have to do a little bit of crime fighting, I will do that. I carry a weapon on me at all times. It's mainly used for self defense. So yeah, it's usually in my book bag. But anyway, yeah. So before I get into the second detail, I like to mention the age limit. In my opinion, the age limit for being a Earl Sager is 14 and up. Um, because with a lot of training, that's when you can start taking your shot at patrolling and stuff at the age of 14. But I recommend training mostly if you're at the underage of 14, let's say 13, then I recommend training more, or like getting like studying more of the detail. So yeah, like basically preparing yourself to what comes next. So yeah, the next you mentioned was about suits. I covered a whole video on my recommendations and tips for suits, but to clarify that, um, well, at first I thought that was when I was my coming, but anyway, but to clarify that, if you want to do a little bit of crime fighting, um, do recommend adding some armor to your suit. I know a real life superhero who have armor on his suit, but he wears it underneath his spandex suit, so you could do that as well. But in my opinion, if there's anything with regular outreach and stuff, then I recommend less layers because all you're doing is helping out others and stuff. But again, that's just my opinion. Everyone is their own benefit. Um, so to all is their own. But anyway, yeah. The other part he mentioned was about secret identities, and that is important, a very very top important thing for being a real superhero, and that is every hero has a secret identity. Try not to let that get, try not to let that be revealed or be revealed itself. Trust me, I've been there before. Not fun, not pleasant. But let's just speak the reals here. Um, there is at least there is going to be at least one person who you know from your personal life or a family member who will find out. Um, so yeah, but here's the thing: there's could be a little bit of good within that and a little bit of bad within that. But the good part is, if it's your parents, then whatever you're doing, because all I'm doing is community outreach, then they'll let you resume. But if it's the benefit, cause I'm pretty sure parents are gonna tell their kids that they don't want them to get hurt and stuff, so you know, try to stop them and stuff. But yeah, that's the good part on that. So yeah. Now, internet wise, with secret identities, meaning other real life superheroes, because there's only two real superheroes that knows my identity. I'm not gonna name two, but both of them I trust very, 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 very top, very deeply. meaning I'm very close with them. So basically, they know my identity. One of them comes to Rochester briefly, and we do a bit of team up patrols, together. So he knows my identity as well. But two of those RLSH I am very, very close with. So I have no problem with them like telling someone else. But anywho, yeah. But when it comes to other, basically in general, just try to keep your secret identity a secret. Don't tell your friends. Don't tell your family. Don't even tell other real life superheroes. But if you're going to tell someone that you could trust deeply. Um, I've seen this before, and I think I experienced this before. But if you want to tell to see if someone is very, very like trustworthy, then I recommend making up something and try to see if they could hold on to it. And if they tell someone by like let's say you tell someone on Monday and they revealed it on what Tuesday to their friends, it keeps spreading all over your environment or school or whatever, then that should be a warning sign to not tell them about your second life. So yeah, that's just a little test I recommend doing if you want. Um, I've seen this before and I think I experienced that, but yeah. Um, Again, tell someone you trust dearly if you know, if you want to tell someone, but I highly doubt, don't tell nobody, don't tell your friends, don't tell your family, don't tell any other real life superheroes other than two real life superheroes that you can trust. Not two, basically any real life superheroes that you can trust, you could tell, in my opinion. Because if you tell someone, let's say a different real life superhero that you know but don't trust them fully, and say that you're just plain old friends with them, then who knows? Maybe they could be the one who's the traitor or the terror of the whole thing. And if you know by Terra, Teen Titans Terra, the betrayer, the betrayal, who betray them and stuff. You know, sometimes there's a Terra person in a group, or at least a Terra person in their life that have experienced some quote unquote Terra things, you know. But yeah. So tell someone you trust. Now, patrolling, it is highly, it is highly important that you be safe on your patrols. Meaning, if you're the danger, let's say you're a minor, let's say you're what, my age 15, that is the part where you be extremely safe with your environment and your surroundings, because I'm pretty sure your parents told you this, but kidnappings, that is a thing. You may say to yourself, oh, I'm just gonna protect someone who's trying to get kidnapped. Well, here's the thing, pals and gals. Sometimes you could be the one to be a kidnapping victim. So, yeah. So please be aware of your surroundings. Um, if there is someone, because in every person or every child, because there's going to be a child in your neighborhood that's going to, like, ask you some questions and stuff, like, oh, do you have superpowers? Or, since you're wearing that costume, you look like Spider-Man. Do you have any web shooters or anything? Like, basically, ridiculous kid things. So, I recommend just playing along. Make the kids' day. In fact, in general, make everyone's day. Um, so yeah, get off my bed. Gotta stand up. But yeah, guys. I do recommend making a kid's day, telling them, But if someone asks you in your neighborhood, because I've been asked before that, oh, who are you? And what are you doing around here? Why are you even in a costume and stuff? It's not Halloween yet. Well, here's the thing. I do recommend telling them who you are and what you're doing. Meaning, if you're a real life superhero, tell them what you're doing, especially, and tell them who you are, your superhero name and stuff, Basically, get your name out there in your community. And trust me, I've been in that same situation. I won't say situation, but I've been in the same thing as you guys before. So, yeah. Um, but by far now, I'm pretty sure my neighborhood knows that there is some sort of costumed individual that's just going out in a costume, making people's days and being all the, I won't say center of attention, but being all you know, the good guy, I guess. Because trust me, I've been doing this before. Now, since I've started this year again during the summer, so that means, yes, people knows I'm around, so, yeah. But, anyway, y'all, um, here's another important key factor. The law enforcement. In my opinion, the law enforcement sometimes will be a dick to you if you don't cooperate, but they'll sometimes be a dick if they're racist. But in mainstream, the law enforcement fight for justice, I guess, but to avoid any form of situations where being quote unquote arrested is, a possible thing, I do recommend cooperating. Um, just simple enough. Just tell them who you are and that you're just here to help. Um, I'm pretty sure they might just tell you to stay out of trouble and stuff. But yeah, I've been passed by the law enforcement this year before, so yeah. But anywho, y'all, cooperate with them. If you don't cooperate back with them, then things will get tough. But if you cooperate with them, they'll cooperate with you, and problem avoided. Anyway, y'all, this is a tips video for newer RLSH, I guess. But yeah, see you guys in the next one.